Right, first thing tonight, we're going to do some rolling. However, before we do some rolling, some of you may remember the drill to try to encourage greater range of internal rotation at the hip. I will just demonstrate this one. Just position this appropriately. Right then. So, what we want is to secure one foot against the wall. The leg's still straight, so it's best to start off close to the wall, get the leg on, and then push yourself away until the leg is straight and you can still feel good contact with the wall. Then keep that foot pointing up at 12 o'clock and then rotate over. No need to force it. As ever, just breathe, breathe, and try to get that foot down. Which once you get that down, allows you to relax a little bit more and try to further explore the range. This is not something Amber should be doing because she's got an ligament and tendon injuries around the knee and hip. So one for you to watch, Amber. You can just go straight into the rolling suite if you wish. And then for the other side, same again. Force it, just breathe. Keep pushing into the wall so you maintain sufficient friction to hold the leg in place. And hopefully you can get your foot down and then start to explore the range even further. Then after you've done that, get into your rolling suite, and you should hopefully find that, especially on the leg roll, it's there's a little less friction there. There's a little bit more range of movement. So everyone's got a wall available to them somewhere, or somewhere they can drive that foot into. Just crack on, guys. You're a bit challenged for space, Tom, but see if you can push that leg out straight if you can. That knee looks a little bit, that's it. Because then you're keeping that axis full. Excellent, mate. Just breathe it and relax and see what space gets given up. It's really good. That's nice, team up.
All right.
You're good if you can try and keep that heel engaged with the bed. Because otherwise you can get a little bit of rotation there that you don't otherwise notice. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Nice. Trash.
Yeah, once I lose sight of it,
Yeah.
maybe on the side.
Just breathe, mate. Breathe and get that heel down. Once you've got your heel down, that also gives you a little bit of leverage to turn that leg back. It's one of them. Once you've got that end range, well, just play about around the end range. There's no point sort of forcing even further, and all it'll do is turn the leg. You won't be getting any more rotation. That looks pretty good there, guys. So you can see if you can push that foot out even further. So that looks quite relaxed there. So that's it. And reach over with that right arm as well. That's it. It's getting a load more. Thanks. I do the same the other side, mate. I can't see that. Oh, you're going into your rolling. Sorry, Santiago. I thought you were looking. Yeah, that looks good, Jules. It's really good. Imagine you can feel that challenge there.
Yeah, it feels nice.
Yeah. So, Linda, have you been through the rolling suite? Have you?
As always, I only do it once. So
Yeah.
look very carefully, not listen very carefully. Right, and so TJ, he's with us, isn't he? Yeah, hiya, TJ. If you just go into the rolling suite, mate. You should start catching up with us there. Everyone else can now start going into the Bretzel. Make it nice and relaxed. Don't force it straight away from the off, because we'll probably spend a little bit of time here so everybody catches up. That looks nice, Linda. And you can have a little rock while you're in that position, Linda, as well. Just sort of go. Yeah. So yeah, if you can bring your left shoulder in a little, so you actually reduce the rotation, and then bring it back out, and just sort of see if you can get some comfortable movement there. If you can achieve the position authentically enough, you should be able to relax. It shouldn't be braced, in which case it will allow that little bit of movement. That looks pretty good, Tom. Nice to see you've got the head supported there. Nice, Timo. Be really indulgent with the breathing in these positions, guys. That looks really good, Gary. Really good. Especially considering how challenging it's been previously. Even just getting hold of that rear foot. That's excellent. Real good sign. Right, Reese, you should have opposite hands on opposite limbs. So if you stay in that position, you want to bring your left knee up to your right hand. So get the right hand in the crease. That's it on there. And then that left. Yes, there we go, mate. And what would be nice is if you had a pillow under your head so you could rest into a neutral spine position. That looks really good, mate. Two things you're striving for is that right thigh should be parallel with the spine, and that left knee should be above the belt line or round about your navel. That's pretty good, mate. I say, especially if you had a pillow under that head. When you switch positions, see if you can grab yourself a pillow, because you'll notice it makes a big difference if you can relax into the position. Yeah. That looks good, Jules. Although if you can, see if you can pull that left knee a little higher. That's excellent, mate. That hasn't changed the position of the right knee, although you probably felt it pulling. Looking good, TJ. Almost had it, mate. That's good. Mate, that's great. Excellent. That is great, TJ. Absolutely top draw, mate.
Thanks, Steve.
Hey, let's get it both sides, everyone. Once you're done, you can just sit up and look in.
All you do it without a strap now, TJ. Good.
Yeah, it's great. The other side as well. TJ, excellent.
Nice.
Great. Okie doke. Wants to look in. Right, next we're going to start looking at the bird dog variations. Oops. However, to get into the bird dog, you obviously first of all have to get into a good quadruped position. Now, talk about this a lot. Now, just trying to get into the quadruped, if you're unfamiliar with it, it can be difficult to know where to pitch your hands or your hips, etc., etc. So we have a flow for getting into reliably getting into position. And so one elbow under the shoulder, other elbow under the shoulder. Knee comes up past the hip. Other one goes under the hip. Now, while the elbows are still down, that other knee comes under. Now, you can look to see that my knees are probably directly under the belt line. And that's a decent position. Then, hand under the shoulder, other hand under the shoulder, and there you go. You can see I've got nice straight arms underneath the shoulders. That means that the shoulders are higher than the hips. That then means I have a nice curve in the spine. And then the knees are just under the belt line. Everything's supported. Head up, looking forward. And that's your quadruped posture. I'm going to focus on just getting into the position with a number of you guys. For the others, standard drills with the bird dog is on an in-breath. Foot goes out into the midline. And then on the out-breath. And then now you notice the arm and the leg are parallel to the floor. I'm reaching forward with the arm and I'm reaching backwards with the leg. That's going to straighten both of them out. And come down, do the same for the other side. Now, you can take that strategy into steps if you're not yet competent at going all the way through. the bird dog. In such a circumstance, first thing you would do is just getting used to putting just get used to putting the leg out straight, not to the midline, out straight. Once you can get it, you're happy getting it out straight, you can then go to the midline. Once you're happy getting it to the midline, you can then go lifting it up. And at that point, you get leg lifting up. All I want you to do is just disengage with the hand. That's all I want you to do, disengage with it. And that means that you can recover at any time you want. And then once you finally get stable there, you can then reach forward with that. Now, you can probably go through this one at a time, I think. And with those who are competent, we'll just do one side and then you can carry on with the other side. And we'll start off with Reese first. Right, so Reese. So, first of all, Reese, are you happy you're in a good quadruped position? Sort of are now. Let's see, those hands under the shoulders, those don't look like straight arms to me. Now, what you want, because you look like you've got quite big hands there, Reese, you want the base of your hand under the shoulders, so the arm is just long and straight. So what I would recommend, Reese, is that we start off with the flow to get into the correct position. So if you can start lying down on your front. And then both arms over your head. And then, first of all, draw one arm so the elbow goes under the shoulder. And then the other arm so the elbow's under the shoulder. No, that's the hand, mate. That's the hand. Stop, 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 stop. Look into me, Reese. What you want is the elbow under the shoulder. Then the other elbow. What you were doing was going like that. Now, you've got quite a lot of movement skills. So what you're probably able to do is go like that and then pull it under. But then the thing is, you haven't got the reliability of everything being in the optimal position. If you build it up in the manner we suggested, then you'll get everything in the correct position. So first elbow, then second elbow. So you want the arms pointing straight up so that the elbow can be drawn straight back underneath. So let's see, Reese. Arms straight up overhead. Then draw one elbow under the shoulder. In pulling the elbow under the shoulder, it's going to raise your chest up. Your elbow's out to the side. It's not under the shoulder, is it? So have both arms overhead. And then pull one elbow under the shoulder. Right, so is your elbow to the side of the shoulder or is it under the shoulder?
My elbow is right next to the shoulder.
Yeah, it's right next to it. We want it underneath the shoulder, mate. A little, yeah.
Like this?
No, that's outside of the shoulder. That's under the shoulder. And now the other arm under the shoulder, other elbow under the shoulder. Excellent. That's it. Now your right knee, bring that out to the side and above the belt line. Excellent. Left knee goes under the belt line. That's good. Right knee goes under the belt line. And then now put one hand under the shoulder and then the others. Now you've got to take that arch out of your back. That's it. Drop that arch down. That's it. So if you went your head up and looking forward, get the head up so that you're facing the wall. And then if you take your left foot out to the rear and to the midline, do it on an in-breath if you can. Well, I was going to say do it on the floor first. If you bring that knee back down. So if we build it up in the way that I first demonstrated, that means that we get competence in step by step. If we just try to jump straight to the end stage, it means if we don't get it right, we don't quite know which step was wrong. What we'll do, Reese, I'll come back to you at the end, and you can have a look at everyone else going through it, and we'll see if that makes a bit more sense to you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Santiago. Yeah, elbow, then elbow. Knee comes up, knee under, knee under. Yeah, excellent. See how he engages to the rear and then out and reaches? Perfect. And look how straight that arm is. A column is the strongest structure you're going to get. People can argue about an arch, but, you know, it's at the end of the day. That's spot on, that, Santiago. Absolutely spot on. Hopefully that made a bit more sense of it to you there, Reese, mate. Gary? Let's see you, bud. Elbow, then elbow. That's it. Knee. Knee under. Bring the other knee under. Oh, yeah.
Hello.
And do the other leg out on an in-breath. Now, at the moment, you look like you see how your hands are a little bit fit. Don't move your hands, guys. Your hands are a little bit forward of your shoulders. Move your shoulders forward so that they're over the hands. That's it, because you're a little bit compressed because you have a tendency to shift your hips behind your knees. And I'm not sure if part of that is when you're getting in position, you quite often seem to miss out the movement of bringing the second knee under. And once you jump ahead, if there's a problem in there, it's difficult to know where the problem's coming in from, which is why we need to build it up in that exact and explicit order. So if we go back down to lying flat, and don't do any of the movements unless I instruct on it, guys, if you don't mind. So let's go one elbow, then the next. Now, those, well, certainly your left elbow is behind your shoulders. You want the elbow underneath. That's it. That's much better. So now let's bring the leg out up to the side. That's good. Now the left knee goes under the hips. Yeah. Now, you might have noticed there that when you moved the knee, you were unhappy with the position of the knee, so you then moved the arms. And that, once again, sort of moves the goalposts. When when you're looking at one component of this flow, if it doesn't get into perfect position straight away, that's fine. But make sure it's only that component that you move and adjust. But are you able to reach the leg out to the rear off the ground? We can have a look. Oh, no, don't do the hands, just the leg, mate. Just the leg. That's excellent, guys. Now, at the moment, your hips are way behind the knees. No, just bring that knee back under, guys. And let's get our good quadruped. You've got to get familiar with what a good quadruped position is, because then you'll recognize what a suboptimal one is. So leave your hands where they are. That's it. Move the shoulders over them. Now keep those shoulders over those hands, guys, and right foot to the rear. Keep the shoulders over the hands. And breath in, and then on an out breath, lift that leg up. Yeah. Unlucky, mate. Just go through the sequence again. That's it. Oh no, elbow then elbow. Do it one at a time, because both those elbows are way behind the shoulders. So one under the shoulder. Make sure it's under the shoulder. Yeah, that's good. And then knee up. Now knee under the hips. Now if it's not under the hips, so keep that elbow down. Yeah. We'll move on here, guys, because you're doing quite well and be able to practice yourself. But you've got to honor the sequence. The moment you break the sequence just so you can carry on moving, then quality's just gone out the window, and it's difficult to control or work out how to improve or correct. TJ?
Oh, come here.
One elbow, that's it. And the other. That's good. Both underneath the shoulders, mate. Now bring the knee up. That's it. Bring that knee. Excellent. Now left knee goes under the hips. Now if you're unhappy with it, just move the knee. Keep those elbows down, mate. Elbows down. So you want both knees under the hips now, with the elbows still down. Right. Now what you can probably feel is that your hips are way behind the knees. So just shift those knees back a little. Good. It's all right, mate. Let's just go through the sequence again. It's no problem.
Your car's unpacked, Mom. Thank you.
Zip. Knee out to the side. It's good. A lot smoother than before. Get that with the knee under. Now just position both those knees under the hips. That's it. That's good. Now one hand under the shoulder. That's it. Then the other hand under the shoulder. Up into the quadruped. Straighten those arms. That's excellent. Now those shoulders are starting to drift back behind the hands. Don't allow that to happen. That's it. Now that's a real solid position as well, mate. You're not shaking about in there. So next, with a leg of your choosing, big breath in, and then stretch that one leg straight out. Keep it behind the hip. Don't go to the midline. Whichever leg you take out, keep it behind the hip. And do it on an in-breath. Keep the shoulders over the hands, mate. Shoulders over the hands. That's it. Shoulders over. Now just bring that knee back under. Great work, mate. Excellent. Find that good quadruped position. So knees, get right knee back a little. That's it. That'll do. We'll rotate the legs so that they're on parallel lines. That's it. You can tuck those toes under. That'd be great. If not, don't. With the issue, don't worry about it. Or if you can only do one side, make sure both sides are the same. Okay, and then try that other leg straight behind you. Keep those shoulders over the hands. You want an in-breath. You can see how the shoulders have gone back behind the hands. That's it. Don't worry about pushing through that foot. That's not giving you any support at all. You want the support from your two hands and that down knee. But that's good, mate. Just what you've been able to do there is fine and really indicative of your progress. Just try and get that lumbar curve in that spine as well. It was a little bit convex. That's it. Just try and sink that spine down in the middle. That's great, that TJ. Just go on to Linda.
Yep.
That's almost perfect, that, Linda. That was interesting because it looked like you were expecting that to be a little bit challenging then with that left hand.
It is a bit, but
yeah,
I try not to show it.
Well, you say you seem like you were a little bit circumspect when you lifted it up. Then you kept your balance. The arm went out, and you were rock solid. Well done.
It gets better and better. Yeah, thank you.
Amber, is this another one that's out for you? Is it? I'm sorry. I'm just putting you in the audience for this one, I'm afraid, Amber. Jules.
Yeah.
See how you go. Good, mate. Yep. Excellent. Really good. Rock solid, Jules. Excellent. Good stuff. Tom, next up, mate. Yeah, those knees went a little bit behind there, didn't he? And then you were a little bit too stretched out. Yeah, rock solid, mate. Well done. Corey. Whoa, 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 whoa. You go, the knee comes out to the side, and then the other knee comes under. That's it. So, yeah, just go right back to the start, Corey, and then we just make sure everything gets in the correct position. So, elbow under the shoulder, elbow under the shoulder. Then knee out to the side. That's it. Then right knee under the hips. Left knee under the hip. Whoa, elbows down, mate. And then that's it. And then hand under shoulder, hand under shoulder. Excellent. Spot on. Now, on an in-breath, leg to the rear and the midline. That's it. Excellent. Great stuff, Corey. Rock solid. There's some great bird dogs here, fellas. Head up and looking forward, mate. That's it. Spot on, Corey. Impressive, mate. Did that feel okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Timor.
All right.
That's it. Good positioning. Excellent. And I'll just straighten up those two legs to the rear so they're on parallel lines. So that right one isn't rotated in.
I see.
That's it. Yeah. Now, you could do, if you just bring your hands back just a tiny bit, mate. That's it. I'll be there and spot on. Yeah. Excellent. Now, if you take that on an in-breath, mate, I want you to keep the weight. All of your weight is over the two hands and the down knee. You don't need any weight going through that foot that goes to the rear. So take that right foot to the rear on an in-breath. That's it. Now keep that weight. Keep your weight over your hands. And on an out-breath, lift that leg up. That's it. Now just keep control of your breathing. Keep your weight through your hands. And then if you want at any point, just disengage with that left hand. If it doesn't look like it, I'm back down. Timo, that was brilliant, mate.
Very good.
That was the first time, Steve.
Tell you what, mate, you look at the video for that. And there's obviously a moment of overbalance. But before that, for a couple of seconds, you were absolutely rock solid. Perfect.
Yeah, alignment. I think you got me in the right position.
And that's it. That's what it's all about. And I imagine you could feel how robust that position was.
Right. Yeah.
So often people talk about, they say, oh, I need to work on my balance. My balance isn't any good. Balance is an outcome. It's not an individual ingredient or skill that you have. And the first and most important aspect of balance is your structural integrity. You know, like a building doesn't have a neurological system. It just has structural integrity, you know? And that's what you get right first. Get your structural integrity, and then it makes the movements easy. You know, and that's why
those little adjustments that you said, move your hands a little back.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. Because it's not about putting any of these things in position, you know, just for aesthetics or just because it's just the right position. Put it in that position because it does a job for you. Yeah. You know? And I tell you, mate, if you have a look at that video for that couple of seconds, it
will. Don't worry.
Perfect, mate. Perfect.
Yeah. I'll have that on a look. I'll be watching all day.
Reese, do you you want to have another little go at going through that? I don't know if it made a bit more sense to you if you're watching some of the others there.
I have been. I'll give it a go again.
Good man. There, elbow under shoulder, perfect. And take a knee up above the belt line. Perfect. And then the other knee under the hips. That's it. Now correct the other knee. Perfect. And then hands under shoulders. That's excellent. Now see if you can try and put a curve in that back, mate. You know when you have, that's it. There, that's where we want it. And then a leg out to the rear and the midline, keeping the weight over the hands. And then on an out breath, that's it. And you keep the weight over the hands, but reach with that leg. And then good. Fantastic, Reese. Excellent. Now there was still one or two imperfections. I mean imperfections because I'm looking for perfection here. Like one or two imperfections with your posture there, but because of your movement skill, you'll be able to hold a bird dog, which is a really difficult position. But if you think about it, you were able to hold the bird dog with some structural imperfections. So that means it's hard to hold it. If you've got those structural imperfections correct, then it'd be as easy as falling over, mate. You know, it's really quite impressive. But when you have a look at the video when you come back, and particularly how your back looks now is better than it was. You want that lumbar curve in your spine, and that'll have big implications to your rotational stability. With that just feeds into everything. And the eyes look great, mate. But there's not many blokes say that to you. Yeah. Well done, Reese. Next one. I suppose I'll give a quick demonstration, but it's going to be Amber up next. Going to look for the Turkish get-up. Now, similar to the bird dog there, the Turkish get-up is very much about structural integrity. If you get the working parts into the right position, then the next step is easy and straightforward. Get the working parts in a suboptimal position, and then the next step is really, really challenging. So here's how we go through the Turkish get-up. First of all, lying down on your back, feet pointing to 6 o'clock, head pointing to 12. Angle the legs out somewhere between 30 and 45 degrees. One side, the foot goes flat on the floor with the knee pointing to the ceiling. Opposite side arm comes out just below 90 degrees. Push into the floor with that down heel and roll over so the hand goes on the hand. In breath, and then on the out breath, start to draw an arc and flip this arm over on the elbow. So we start to draw the arc, we bring it over, hands down. Then we go to point to the other foot to come up into the seated position. Now, if this is as far as you can go, that's totally fine. Focus on quality all the way up to there and going back down. Next movement. Foot to foot. Next movement is the hip comes up. We'll take the knee under. As the knee goes back, the shoulder comes forward. They balance each other off. See those toes tuck under? And I come up to half kneeling. Now, if I'm going to go standing from here, I rotate that further there. Dorsiflex forward. And I come straight up. Come back down. Dorsiflex again. Keep the weight over that front foot. And then reach back. Rotate in. Hand down. Hips up. Rotate. Leg out. And down. Rotate round as I go down onto the elbow. Keep rotating as I come back, so I'm counterbalancing. And then I'm all the way down. Anyone, any questions on that before we go? Obviously, everyone will get the benefit of all of those who go before them. But any questions first of all? No, you all better be good then. I'm back.
Oh no. Okay. I'm trying to get better.
Like your New York Yankees top, Eric. Around, yeah.
All right. Here we go.
Wow. Was that the same for everybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Same problem.
The camera just jumped and you went from lying down into a perfect seated up
All
position.
right, I'll go
You didn't
get
see any of the steps.
my internet.
Oh, that's nice, Amber. Excellent. Really good.
All right.
Do you do the same for the other side?
I can't get the weight. I can try,
Yeah.
but that one cannot.
I think you should still be fine. Just make sure you stay low and reach him round. Yes. Really nice, Amber. How cool was that? Surprising yourself there.
That's it. All right, good.
That's excellent.
Good.
That magic wand rep, first of all, was the best one.
I know.
All right, great.
Corey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, have you got an anticipatory kettlebell out there, mate? Oh, you devil. Good man.
Wow.
Excellent, Corey. Brilliant. Lovely move, mate. Lovely move.
Nice job.
Corey. That was really nice.
Right,
The only thing I would say on that one is on the way down when you swept the leg out, everything was good except you did look like you were racing gravity. And part of the reason for that, I think, was you didn't inflate on an in-breath beforehand. So there was less inherent stability in the structure. If you'd inhaled, I think, and you'd done the movement on a forced out breath, I think you'd be able to control that. That was spot on, mate. Really impressive.
Thank you.
Seymour. That's it. Reach towards the other foot. Perfect, mate. And foot to foot. Now, just have it before you go ahead, mate. Just have a think. Have a think and a test and adjust of the foot position and the hand position. I'm not saying to change either of them, but just test.
Yeah,
Like,
it.
yeah, that's what I did think.
Okay.
So hip up, and then the shoulder comes forward as the knee and hip goes back. Timo, magnificent, mate. Big breath in as you.
Okay, that's what I like it.
Timo, that was magnificent, mate.
Yeah.
I was wondering where the open half kneeling was, though. You know, that's what I was expecting.
Yeah, if that came out, that would have been
amazing. Yeah. Well, you can't always get what you want, but Timo,
close enough.
I will. When was the last time you did that, by the way?
It's been a while. It happened every once in a while, but
the way you got that,
a long time.
The way you got that knee underneath, that was brilliant.
It almost looked like I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, that's right, mate. What I would recommend for that is once you brought it in, you know, just sit back, and then you can have your hands down. You can test and adjust your position, and so get yourself where you want to be, so that you can then get a high chest and come up into open half kneeling. You know, but that's the one, because you got to there, and then you can just relax, go really stable like that. You got it, got everything on the floor, and you can move things around until you feel, this is where everything wants to be. High chest, then come up. Timo, fantastic, mate. Get practicing.
Thank you, Steve. Thanks.
Reese, need to get your camera on before I can give you the spotlight. There we go.
I haven't been able to pay attention the last few minutes because my sister messed up putting rice in the microwave, so my kitchen started smoking off a bit.
This is for you, mate.
So I'm not 100% how to do this right now because my mind was a little bit distracted a moment ago.
Yeah, I'll talk you through it, mate. Don't worry about it.
Thanks.
So lie down flat, feet towards 6 o'clock. Now take both legs out on an angle, so they're about somewhere between 30 and 45 degrees. Now it's both legs, that's it. Now, which hand do you want to be your down hand? Like your left, okay. So put your right foot flat on the floor. So you're gonna have to bend the knee, that's it. Okay. Left arm goes out at 90 degrees. Back of the hand on the floor. Now just bring it down slightly from 90 degrees now. That's it. Now, first thing you're going to do is on an in-breath, you're going to roll onto that left shoulder. So big in-breath, roll onto the left shoulder. That's it. Now, put your right hand on top of your left. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to draw an arc along the floor with your right hand from your left hand all the way towards your left foot. But as you do so, you're going to drive that left elbow into the floor and you're going to flop your hand over. So big in-breath first, and then draw the arc on the floor and reach towards that left foot. Drive that left elbow into the floor, left elbow into the floor. That's it. And come up like that. Perfect, mate. Now you're going to reach towards, keep that right knee towards the ceiling. Now you're going to reach towards the right foot and you're going to come up onto that left hand. So reach with the right, that's it. Perfect.
Right.
Now, that left hand, you can probably take it a little bit further away so you've got a bit more room because you're going to bring that knee underneath. So just shift that left, that's it. Now, push that right foot into the ground and just lift your hips into the air. Doesn't have to be massive. That's it. Knee under. Get the knee to. That's it. Perfect, Reese. Yeah. You sure you weren't paying attention? And come straight right now.
I was a bit, but I lost focus in the last couple minutes.
Yeah. Now, can you rotate that left leg so it's everything's facing the direction of the right foot? That's it. And so flip that. That's it, like that. Yep, perfect. Now I want you to take a big breath in and move that right knee as far forward as you can. Keep the foot in place, but move forward so that knee goes as far forward as you can. And keep that chest up. And I want a big breath in. See if you can get that knee forward again.
Yeah.
A big breath in and then drive that right foot into the floor and come straight up. Brilliant, Luis. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, mate. Now, running a little bit out of time, so what you'll have to do is replay that and do the same on the other side. That was excellent, mate. I mean, we'll be able to perfect that final move of going to standing, but the fact that you could do it, once again, it shows that your movement skill at the minute is ahead of your technique, which is a great position to be in because movement skill is really difficult to develop. Technique is just a case of paying attention and going through. And then once we put all of these blocks in place, Reese, your movement's going to be fine, mate. I wouldn't have any concerns about it at all. You know, any questions with that, mate?
Not right now.
All right, team. Well, have a little look at how Santiago does this and see if it can cement, cement that process in place. You don't need me to talk you through it, do you, Santiago?
Maybe towards the end, but hopefully okay.
Yeah. Right, now what you want to do now, because we want to try and take you to standing, you want to get you into a forward half kneeling posture. That's it, sort of 90-90. And then, yeah, now head up before you try and stand up. That's it. Now you want a big breath in, and then just drive upwards. Not bad. I mean, like I said to Reese, the fact you achieved it is really good. But your technique worked against you. Let me I'll try and show myself here then. I'll put myself against the wall. Get a better outline. Right. So what we want to get the center of gravity as much as possible over this front foot. Because what we want to do is just rise up in a straight line. Because what happens if we do that, if our weight is, the center of gravity is over the foot, if we're going straight up, and the center of gravity stays in the same place, and if the center of gravity stays over the base of support, then you're balanced. So you stay balanced throughout. And what happened there with you, Santiago, you came there, and then instead of pushing yourself up, the hips come up first. And then you came up like that. Now, the sort of problem with that is once the hips come up, the weight's ahead of the foot. So then everything else trying to come in becomes a balance challenge because you're not stacked correctly. What we want is the weight over the foot, chest high, so everything comes up in a straight line. That then means everything can come down. I don't step back, I reach. And everything comes down in a straight line as well.
Oh.
Now, rather than me try and show you the perfect Turkish
Hey,
gap,
Kate. Is Bella
you need
out?
to go to meine kleine Schatzi.
No, she's not.
Und.
She come out with the package. She's inside somewhere.
Yes, yes.
Sorry, has to start over.
She
went outside. She didn't go outside.
Oh, unlucky, Linda. Nice. Brilliant. No seesaw at all there, Linda. That was nice as well.
Good job.
There you go. Spot on, Linda. Didn't let me down.
Makes it look very easy.
There was one extra thing I wanted to show you there, actually, Santiago. Was when you brought the knee in, you didn't quite bring it far enough. And so what you tried to then do there was come forward and then bring everything around like that. What you can do if you're in that position there, get the weight on both of these, hips up, just drive it backwards. I mean, to be honest, a good exercise I would suggest for you is to go from there all the way through to there and then bring it forward just because you can. And if you can practice an expansive movement like that, then just doing the shorter movement will be really straightforward for you. Gary, fancy a Turkish get up, mate? That's good, not bad at all. You just need to try to work on slowing it down. Because when you when you try to slow it down, it will start revealing to yourself where the challenges in your current technique are. So we try and do this nice and slow now then, guys. If you set up the same again, that's it. So hand out to the side. So first moment, take an in-breath, and then on the out-breath, roll onto the shoulder. Hand over the hand, that's it. Then I want you to take an in-breath. Now that left, no, whoa, guys, don't, that was really good, but don't get ahead of yourself. The left foot still needs to be on the ground and the knee pointing to the ceiling. That's it. And so now take a big in-breath and then draw the hand along the floor. Do it as slowly as you can. That's it. And then drive that elbow in. Perfect, Gary. And then that left hand reaches to the left foot and you come up onto the right hand. Gary, outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. And so you can just reverse that now, where you want to bring the left hand back and go down onto the elbow. That's it. And then but you can make that that descent a little bit more controlled by, as that shoulder's coming down, you can reach in the opposite direction. So you can keep reaching towards that right hand. And then that will counterbalance it and allow you to descend under control. That was really good. That last one there, because you slowed it down, took it step by step. That was perfection, mate. Well done.
Behavior.
You ready, buddy? Excellent. So a big breath in and roll onto that shoulder. That's it. Now pause and just breathe there. Now don't go and... Okay. Not bad. That's it. Sit up straight. And so now, if we're going to go back down, I want to put that right hand, the opposite side of your left knee, and come down onto that left elbow. Left knee, mate. Left knee. That's it. And come down onto the elbow. So you rotate onto the elbow. That's it. And then reach out towards the hand as you come down. You definitely got the idea there. But what happened was you straightened out that right leg. If that foot had stayed on the ground, you'd have been able to drive into the ground to counter the rotation and control your descent. So we'll try and go through it again here, and we'll go step by step. So if you get that right foot out at an angle, that's it. And that's it. Have that foot pulled into a position where you can still drive the heel into the ground. That's it. Big breath in. On the out breath, roll onto the shoulder. Now just pause and breathe there, mate. Just pause and breathe. Now what you're going to do, but only when I say, is you're going to draw a nice slow curve, an arc along the floor. Your hand towards your left foot. And at the same time, that left elbow is going to drive into the floor and flip the hand over. So big breath in and have that, draw the arc on the floor. Make sure you draw it on the floor. Excellent, mate. Really good. You see that left leg stayed down all of the time. Right leg popped up a bit, but that's not so much of a concern. We can always address that. And so let's come down the same way. Right hand goes the opposite side of the left knee as you go down onto the elbow. You're going to rotate. That's it. Now reach with that right hand towards the left as that shoulder drops down. Excellent. There you go. Just roll onto your back. Really good, TJ. That's something you can practice and get doing on the other side. Right, is that just about everyone? I think that's it's time.
No, not me.
Oh,
not me.
Not Tom and not Jules. Sorry, guys. Yeah, well, Jules is ahead in the order on Zoom, so you get up there. Good, mate. Excellent. Yeah, pull that knee to the hand. That's it. That's great, mate.
Don't know whether to do this or not.
Well, first of all, start off and get yourself in a perfect forward half kneeling. So that I think that right foot would have to come a bit further forward, and that's it. Because what you need space to dorsiflex into, and in doing so, you'll load the calf. Now make sure those toes are tucked under on the left foot, mate. That's it. Now, if you dorsiflex, get the weight over that foot, get it, and you get a high chest and push the foot into the floor and up you'll go. Brilliant, mate. How good was that, Jules?
That felt nice, you know.
I was wondering.
That looked very smooth, Jules. Well done.
Now, also, Jules, you made it a little bit harder for yourself because to get dorsiflexed, instead of moving the knee forward, you move the foot back. And so that didn't put any elasticity into the calf. And that was what will help spring you up. So instead, you had to throw a little bit of momentum into it, you know. But as ever, you start to slow it down and it'll reveal your technical flaws, which is great because then you can start to correct them. But Jules, spot on that, mate. Have a little look at the video and you'll be really pleased with yourself. You go up so smoothly there, mate.
Thank you. Cheers.
Tom, let's see if you can put the cap on it, mate. So both legs are at an angle, mate. That was slick. Right, now focus on your 1990.
I don't usually try to stand with kettlebell, but
nice.
Well, you should do, mate. That was excellent.
It was great. Good job.
Tom. That's
Well
off.
done.
It's great.
Nice.
Really
Nice,
good.
Tom.
Well,
I don't usually try to stand with the kettlebell, but
yeah. Well, mate, excellent.
Thank you.
Similar common trait. You didn't quite get all of that dorsiflexion. You moved the foot back a little, but you know the Turkish. You'll almost never do a Turkish get up. Sorry, a perfect Turkish get up. There's always something you can improve on it. And sometimes it's perfect to other people's eyes, but you always know that there's another little thing that you can tweak on it. But brilliant session tonight, guys. Some fantastic individual performances there. So much. I mean, I'll give it to yourselves. Take some little clips out of the recording and get them in the forum, because there was some blinding performances there. Really was. You know, put them in there. Either ask questions or just show off about it, because people couldn't be happier seeing it. Really couldn't. You know. So, any questions before we go, guys?
Yeah.
No.
Thank you so much, Steve.
All right. Now, guys, Monday is the next session. We can make it 7 o'clock, but we will only get an hour session in, and we'd have to finish on the dot because Liverpool are staying top of the league against Newcastle on. So
nice.
we may have to switch to a 6. Just keep your eyes peeled on that one.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Nice.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Steve.
See you guys.
See you guys in the
It's Monday. Day it is, isn't it? So happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Good one.
Happy New Year.
Ta-ta.